What's up, everybody? XCL grinding here with the new episode to The Walking Dead. So we are in episode 3 and finally making our way to Atlanta in the A, my home, people. Look, I stay out here in California with my family, but my home, where I'm from, Atlanta, Georgia. I miss it. I miss it. But anyway, let's get back to it. So we finally got here, and what we're about to do right now is we are following the rules, right? So we got all our people here in Atlanta, and we had to find the tallest structure here, and we had to have one person climb this. And they were, with the ladders that you see me using were given to us. They were in a box, right next beside the sign. You have exactly a specific amount of ladder that you can use. So I have to be careful of not to fall off and let the zombie is hitting me. And it's messing up my ladder planting. I'm doing terrible right now, but I'm trying to escape. Look, see what I mean? I'm trying to not get myself blown up. I know y'all heard that, right? You hear the zombies. You know there's creepers and stuff over here. So hopefully now that I've gotten past those 4 floors, I should be good to go. I don't see anything else. I should have a clean walk or climb to the top, right? If I can put the ladder up, right? So let me just give you a little backstory, just in case you are just checking out this Walking Dead for the first time. This is a complete Walking Dead story. We are following the steps and rules in order to follow the storyline for this map. The makers of this map were awesome. They were pretty brilliant. They put up everything that you would need for your team, that you would need in order to complete your task, and that is to not get yourselves killed, and for your whole team to make it to actually right now what we're trying to do is get to the campsite. So the campsite is where the all your survivors are in the series. They're right outside of Atlanta. So basically where we are, let me give you like a story catch up here, I guess you can call it, from the real TV series. So when we've already gone by Rick's house, and Rick was, if you follow the story, that's where Rick gets help from Morgan after he gets knocked out from Morgan's son, right? But the zombie comes, and he doesn't know. He probably would have gotten eaten if Morgan hadn't come saved his life. So he meets Morgan there, and he gets healed up because he does have he's still got the gunshot wound. Remember, he was just getting out of the hospital. So he meets Morgan, and he helps him out, and he finds out what's going on. And after that is when they make the plan, say, okay, we're going to try to go to the CDC. That's when Morgan tells him that the CDC is the place to go. So they ended up getting their resources together, getting a couple of vehicles, and they separate on their own paths because Rick has to go find his family, and that's what he's going to do. So Morgan and his son go one way, and Rick goes another way. He's heading towards Atlanta, and he has a car at first. But we know that something goes wrong with the car, probably because of the highway and how everything is all messed up. And Rick ends up having to find a horse, and finds a horse and makes his way to Atlanta. So basically that's what we just went through, except for we did it Minecraft style. You know what I mean? It's all of us moving around, scavenging, and having a ton of fun while I am running from Endermen all over the place. And just so happens in this episode, I don't think I die or get ran or chased by any Enderman. I cannot believe it. But the first 2 episodes are crazy. The first episode especially. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, you might want to check that out, because it was Endermen just everywhere. They were just all over grind. It's just crazy. So I've given you the backstory as far as the real story, where we are, and caught you up there. So right now what we're doing is, for instance, let's say we've just escaped the zombie fight at the mall, at the little store where all the people were being held up. Remember, when Rick got to Atlanta, he was on a horse. And a helicopter was flying overhead, caught his attention. He was trying to chase it, ran into a whole street full of zombies, and that's where he loses the horse. But he jumps into a tank while everybody is, all the zombies are feeding on the horse, and that's how he meets Glenn. And Glenn is the one who brings him in to meet everyone else. And if you remember, Chris, what am I saying? Oh my gosh, wow. Rick was in the tank. He got into the tank after he found the bottom hatch open, right? He jumps in the tank. He's in there. Glenn calls him on the CB radio. They talk some things out, and Glenn kind of walks him through how to escape his predicament. And Glenn becomes his eye. So after that, thank you, Miss Callie, for helping me, because I was so stuck right there. So after Glenn does that, they get him out of the tank, and Glenn gets him back to the other people, and everybody else is pretty pissed off because Rick has just come through with his gun, and he just shot all the zombies, right? He was just blasting them all. Remember, he had 15 rounds in that, and he let 15 rounds go. He killed 15 zombies. That was pretty crazy too. So he did that, and he gets back to the people, and okay, so they're all pissed off at him because he just did that, but he had to, right? So now they're trying to figure out a way how to get out. And this is where he meets Merle. Remember, upstairs on the roof, Merle. So in order for us to follow kind of what that story is, the makers set up some stuff that we have to follow along here as well. So you see us moving from Atlanta, right? We've gotten out of there. We went up top. You saw me go up top. I was successful. I didn't die. I got us a couple of fishing poles from up there, and I come back down. But I was just basically following the rules of the makers. And what we had to do after that, we actually had to leave one of our people behind. So that person represents Merle. If you remember correctly, after Merle and T-Dog gets that beat down by Merle, right? Gets beat down by Merle. So after that, Rick comes in from the back, knocks him out, puts him on the ground, handcuffs him. But they have to leave Merle on the roof. So at this time, Manda is our Merle. So we had to leave Manda back on the roof to represent Merle, and right now we're trying to make it back to the campsite where everyone else is, or was in the movie. I mean, we're all together, so we're trying to move it together and everything, so nobody's waiting on us per se, but we're just trying to get here so we can follow this. And then after we do get here, they went back after a couple days. They had to go back and get Merle, or try to get Merle, right? So we're gonna have to follow that too. We've got the rules that are set up, or the signs, I know they're coming up, which are gonna tell us that we have to go back, but we have to follow what they tell us. Sometimes we have to wait a day or a night, or sometimes we have to wait 2 or 3 days or nights, depending on what the rules are and what part of the story that we're in. So far, it's been pretty short. Well, where we are here in this episode, it's been pretty short. We don't have any long waits as of yet. Now, further along, like episodes like 5 or something, like 5 or 6, you'll see that things kind of change a little bit. But I'm posting these up like once a week to give everybody a chance to take a look at them and everything, along with everything else that I'm posting up on my channel. So to give everybody some variety, so you got something for Minecraft people, Dark Souls people, Borderlands people, just a little bit of stuff for everybody. So I'm trying to get a little food here and kill that chicken and grab this feather as well. Let's get up here, and we are almost at the campsite. Oh yeah, we're almost here, people. We're almost here. So we have finally made it through. I hope you really enjoyed this. I really tried to give you some insight on this one, right? All right, so I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on episode 5. Later, people.